Hi, I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and in this video I'm going to show you how to assemble the chicken applique pattern. So this is actually a mix and match pattern, and it has pieces for both a hen and a rooster. Here's how to make it. All right, in this video I'm going to show you how to assemble the chicken pattern, and it is a mix and match pattern that you can use to make a hen or a rooster, and for this block I'm going to make a rooster. So I want to just show you two things, how to prepare the pieces. So you're going to take your paper-backed fusible adhesive, you're going to fuse it to the back side of the fabric, and then cut all of the pieces out on the solid line. The dotted lines within the pieces are placement guides that are showing you where other pieces are going to go, since you're not putting yours together with a light box to help you guide that placement. So just transfer those lines over to the fabric side of each piece. Now we are going to start putting him together. This one, I do almost all of my blocks what I call snapshot style. So I want it to look like I have snapped a photo of this animal and then just zoomed in to his face. And that means he has a body. The rest of his body just isn't showing in the photograph. And to get that look, I will position this piece with these straight edges in the corner of the block. And that way, when I sew all of my blocks together, those edges, the cut edges, will be hidden in the seam lines, and it will just look like a cropped photo. So then we're going to put the head on. So the rooster head has pointy bottoms, and the hen has more of a scalloped bottom because their feathers are a little bit softer there around the neck. And I just position it on here until those lines, the placement guides that I transferred, are hidden. They're covered up. Then we're going to tuck his beak behind his head. Again, just cover up that line. And then his wattle is going to tuck behind the head and also behind the beak. So we're going to cover up that line there, and then we're going to cover up this line here. And then his comb is going to sit on top of his head. And I'm just going to cover up that line there. And I just want this top little point of the comb to line up with the edge of the head there. There we go. And now it just needs his eye. And the hen just has a smaller wattle and comb. And if you're choosing colors, you can choose. Usually a hen's wattle and comb are paler. They're not quite as bright red. Sometimes they are. It depends on the kind of chicken. I'm just going to tuck this back just a little bit more. There we go. All right. So I'm going to fuse this in place. Just follow the directions on whatever brand of fusible adhesive you are using. I use Heat and Bond Light in all of my quilts. Then I'll do all of the outline stitching, and I'll bring it back here and I'll show you the finished rooster. And I'll also show you a hen and a different rooster that I made using different colors. All right, here is one finished rooster. I made two different roosters. This one is in fairly traditional colors. It's for a farm animals quilt that I'm working on, where all of the animals are in my farmer's market blenders, but I've got a couple other versions that I made. So this one is the rooster, and it has a very big comb and wattle. This one is a hen. She has a smaller comb and wattle, and also, instead of having the deeply pointy feathers that a rooster tends to have around his neck, she's got a softer scallop. You can mix and match these pieces however you like. This one is made all in blues in honor of Miss Blue, who was my favorite chicken back when I used to keep chickens. I have one more version to show you. There's one more rooster. This one made in a little bit wilder colors with this bright purple comb. This is for a lunar zodiac quilt that I'm working on, where all of the animals are in bright gemstone colors and the background blocks are all red. So 3 different chickens, 2 roosters, 1 hen, all one pattern. You can get that at shinyhappyworld.com. I'm Wendy, and I will see you next time.